So, have you heard of the term medical tourism?
No.
Yes, I have indeed, yes. People get their things done and their...
I've heard about it.
I have indeed, yes.
It's a country they all go to.
Yes.
Cyprus? Or is it Greece?
I wanted to ask you, do you understand the term medical tourism?
No.
You don't? Thousands and thousands of people are travelling abroad for surgery. Figures in the UK alone are forecasted to increase to 200,000 a year. Would you consider going abroad for surgery?
If it was something that I could have done privately, yeah, I'd consider going to somewhere like the States.
The only time I would consider it is if I didn't feel I was getting the right care here.
I'm very lucky because I've got private health care, but if I hadn't, yes, I would, definitely.
Well, they wouldn't put me on a waiting list. I waited 2 years in chronic pain, and in the end I had to do something desperate, and the only way out was to have it abroad.
Would you recommend to have surgery over here in Malta?
It was absolutely brilliant, absolutely. You couldn't fault it. Everybody was so nice, and they stressed it wasn't just because I was on TV.
Malta's sunny climate, located in the heart of the Mediterranean, is only 3 hours flying time from the UK. Its rich history and backdrop of ports and bastions make Malta an attractive destination for the health traveller. The first ever official rankings of the performance of health services was launched in the World Health Report of 2000. The report looked at healthcare systems on an international scale, in which Malta was placed 5th in the world.
It's predicted that by 2010, the health tourism industry will be worth over $2 billion worldwide. Do you see Malta playing a major part in this industry?
I see Malta developing medical tourism as one of our important niches. Obviously, with medical tourism becoming more important, for an obvious reason, because people care for their health and people have a right to get the right service at the right time. And Malta, with its tradition of medical services, as well with the overall ambience we offer, I do believe that a good climate and hospitable people could be part of the therapy offered. But of course, that comes as a bonus over and above the medical service.
The St James Hospital in Slima is one of Malta's leading private hospitals, centrally located with many of the rooms facing towards the sea, with breathtaking views of the Mediterranean. Great hotels, shops, restaurants, banking services, supermarkets, and excellent beaches, and a beautiful promenade, all in the vicinity of the hospital.
Let's take a closer look at the operating theatres, the private wards, and the level of hygiene, issues we know are of major importance to the international patient.
Hospital wards are headed by teams of highly trained and experienced consultants, doctors, nurses, and health assistants, complemented by efficient housekeeping and maintenance staff.
So why do you think people are going abroad for surgery and not having it in their own home country?
It's got to be about the cost. You know, it's very expensive in London or in England for anything nowadays. And obviously, more importantly, the health aspect. People don't want to go into hospital and run the risk of, you know, catching a superbug, which is, you know, terrifying.
And what makes an international patient feel safe and comfortable at your hospital?
In terms of safety, one of the major concerns that our patients have is the superbug, the MRSA problem. At St James we adopt a policy whereby we assume that every patient is positive for MRSA, and in saying that I mean that every patient coming to our doors will be screened for MRSA before proceeding to the normal general wards. If any patient is found to be MRSA positive, then obviously the patient will not be transferred to a general ward and will be kept in isolation until the condition is cleared.
Most of the leading doctors and nurses that are employed by the St James have trained, graduated and indeed worked in the United Kingdom, providing that extra level of assurance to the international patient.
What made you decide to come to Malta and not have it done in the UK?
I've had a long-standing knee problem, and I've been very concerned about the levels of care in the NHS and kept putting it off. My son came to Malta last year on business, stayed in the Victoria Hotel and came home with glowing reports from the hospital next door, where people from the UK and various other countries had been to have knee replacements and hip operations. He brought me the details and it went from there.
To anybody watching this, would you recommend to have surgery over here in Malta?
The whole experience was excellent. The staff all went the extra mile. The nursing staff were absolutely brilliant. Can't speak too highly of them.
Just 5 minutes from the St James is the Fortina Hotel and Spa. The Fortina offers both 4- and 5-star accommodation. In the 5-star, there are therapeutic spa bedrooms, and along with specially adapted bedrooms for the orthopaedic patient, there are also some of the best patient rehabilitation facilities in the whole of Europe.
I'm here with Jane, who's actually been to the Fortina 15 times.
That's right, yes, I've been here extensively for treatment because back at home I had various surgeries on joints that had dislocated or become unstable, and I had some physiotherapy within the NHS, but we weren't really able to make any progress. Because I was on crutches, I was looking for somewhere where I could go on holiday, where there would be facilities within the premises. I didn't have to walk far, and I saw the Fortina advertised, and we thought that would be perfect because it's all inclusive. The restaurants are on site. They have a spa where you can have a facial, a massage, and so on.
Is it really painful?
It's a very painful condition, yes. And I was left at the point where I had excruciating pain, could scarcely walk at all due to mainly knee problems with the condition.
Medical Malta's team of physiotherapists work in conjunction with GPs and Malta's top specialists in musculoskeletal medicine, as well as specialists in various other fields such as nutrition, exercise and fitness, hydrotherapy and alternative therapies.
Well, you're looking fantastic. I hope
Thank you.
anybody who's watching this with the same condition is really inspired by your story.
Jane is now able to walk unaided and continues to receive successful treatment. She wants to create awareness for other sufferers with her condition. Justin Adjuce is the head of dentistry at the Fortident Clinic for Medical Malta. We asked him what kind of treatments his clinic currently offer the international patient and what kind of savings they could expect to make by having treatment at the Fortident.
Standard of dentistry is very high here, and obviously we have all the cultural and holiday aspect of Malta. Well, we do all treatments ranging from bleaching, whitening of the teeth, to implants, full mouth implants and reconstruction and all that.
In 2006, over 50,000 dental procedures were carried out for overseas patients.
And they probably stand to make a saving of about 35% compared to English prices, that is.
A patient coming over here wants the peace of mind that the service is excellent, wants the peace of mind that the backup therapy is also of the same caliber, and wants the peace of mind that if there are visiting relatives, friends and others who are interested, then they can enjoy the rest of the country and do so in a very safe and welcoming environment.
Quality of care, low prices and easy travel make Malta a popular overseas destination for anyone seeking surgery or treatment abroad.